Hi, I'm Angela Non.
I'm Ariana Kempis.
And this is BRB Crying. Hey there.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing much.
What are you doing here? What the heck?
Wait, yeah, that's so weird. Wait.
How are you?
I'm okay. Kind of hot. Kind of sweaty.
Ready for episode 2?
Yeah.
You know?
I think so. I'm not going to cry this week.
Sure.
Again, not like it's a bad thing. In fact, we are here to set that record straight.
Crying is great.
Crying is important.
We love it so much. We made a pod about it.
Yeah. Someone the other day said to me, they started crying to me. I'm not going to say what the context of this is because
say
I feel
every detail.
in case this person's listening. But when she was crying to me, the first thing she did was apologize. Yeah, and I was like, dude, it's okay.
You don't have
You
to.
don't have to apologize.
Feel it.
Yeah, I did my whole spiel.
We should just record it and then, like, if it happens to us,
Yeah.
oh, babe, let me play this really quick for you.
Then we can kind of sit there and listen to it.
And then rate, review, subscribe. Okay, but how did you feel after finishing recording episode 1?
I felt good.
Really?
Yeah.
I could not sleep that night.
Oh, of course.
I was running on adrenaline. Oh my God. I just sat there until like 2 a.m. Oh my God. I can't believe I just recorded an episode.
I know. I couldn't sleep. I usually go to bed at, 10. And like, that's when we finished. And I don't know what I thought. I really thought I was going to just go to sleep. Oh, okay. Good night. I was literally like, oh my God.
I know, but it's so crazy that, because leading up to us recording it, I know that we did so much work beforehand before we actually sat here and pressed record.
Yeah.
And the whole day I was so nervous. It was just such a big moment, I think, for both of us. Yeah. And then we did it. I was like running on adrenaline, couldn't sleep. Yeah. And then today rolls around 1 week later and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, gotta do this again. Like, I'm such a pro.
I know. Yeah. I was doing my little, okay, dear spirits, dear spirit guides, please help me to speak my truth. Help me to be authentic. But I know it's like it's like almost like prayer.
Yeah.
But I don't want to call it prayer. It's just kind of like a meditation.
Yeah. It's just
it's me putting it out there
into the world.
I want to make people, as we said at the end of last episode, laugh a little, cry a little. So, hopefully change someone's life forever. Like just...
You're welcome, babe. Speaking of spirit guides, do you ever think about how, like, the people that you are closest to, our spirit guides must be friends? Hey, you're here again.
Yeah. Oh, God, you again.
I can't believe this girl. Like,
what are they doing? I actually have never thought about that, but that would not be surprising to me. I mean, maybe they're even... Well, then it's like the big question of, are our spirit guides also low-level spirits like us, at one point? I don't remember. I don't remember from when I was... I don't remember from the last time I was, in that realm.
Well, if any of you know, please email us at hello at PRPcryingPodcast.com.
Oh my God, what if it was an email? It was like no sender, Hello, ladies. I know you're so curious. And
don't do that for real.
Oh my God,
it's going to freak me out.
No. Honestly, it brings me back to that golden age of Pretty Little Liars. You know what it is. 2010 to 20, I don't know, question mark, because it just kept fucking going. But it was just like, I don't like horror, but God, that had me on the edge of my fucking seat every week. Oh my God. So yeah, please don't do that and sign it A.
Or SG, Spirit Guide.
Oh, I was like, wait, I don't remember SG. Who's that? But yeah, excited to be here.
Excited to get into the thick of it once more.
Into the thick of it, yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, I am. And what I'm excited for this week is just being able to delve into more. Now that we've shown the world who we are and we don't have to do all the intros like we did last week and go over our history, we can kind of talk a little bit more about the feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to start us off this time?
Okay.
Let's do it, Arns.
Okay. I totally forgot last week to say my cry level. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this week.
Hey.
So if you have not listened to episode 1, pause, go back about halfway through the episode, and then listen to. No, wait. What am I saying? If you haven't listened to episode 1, start from the beginning. Go back and start. Anyway, yeah. So last week my cry level was from 1 to 10. I would say it was like a 3.
Okay. Yeah. We're not super dramatic here. I mean, you know.
But this one though.
Oh.
In the moment, it was probably like a 6.
Okay.
And I think it's because I'm sharing something personal this week. So I think that those hit a little harder.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, not always. Sometimes I watch someone's wedding video and I'm in shambles. But this one was hit a little closer to home.
Okay.
So in the moment, yeah, it was a little heavier. But I will see if the tears come today. They may or may not. But yeah, okay. So today I am going to talk about my baby turning 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm already crying.
Oh, please,
So,
please. I will start this off by saying, for our dear listeners, for those of you who do not know us, who do not know me, I have a 1-year-old baby. She just turned 1 a few weeks ago. And, Jesus Christ. So she turned 1, and I want to say leading up to it, I was in tears constantly. But really, it's been just the whole year. This whole first year of her life was just so fucking hard. I mean, the whole thing, but especially leading up to her birthday, I was doing a lot of, you know how Apple they'll highlight, oh, what happened a year ago today? So, you know, I was doing a lot of that. And God, I can spend hours just looking at those fucking photos.
Wait, the day you gave birth?
All of it. It's like I'll say, oh, yeah, what was that like again? And I'll go back.
What was it like? Because I blocked it out.
I'll go back to March 2023, and then I'll start scrolling. And then before you know it, I'm in October. I can spend hours doing that. Anyway, so she turned 1. And again, as I mentioned, the hardest year of my life, easily. And obviously, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to be like that. Everyone says it, but the sleep deprivation, all of it was just really, really hard. And my baby in particular has no chill. So some people's babies will sleep through the night pretty early on. And she was, for months, you remember this, she would wake up at every 37-minute mark. I can laugh now, but I was not laughing then. It was wild. I was going on every forum, and I was just, is this normal? And then I found this, for anyone listening, if you have a child who, this sounds kind of familiar to you, there's this incredible support group on Facebook called the Fussy Baby like moms. I don't even fucking know. There's tens and tens of thousands of members. We call them dragon babies.
Oh, so you guys are mother of dragons. That's so cute.
Yeah, call us Khaleesi. Yeah, so it was, again, hard year. And my household is not big on gift giving because we live in a tiny house. So we don't have lots of room for things. So ever since we started living minimally, we've turned more towards like acts of service and quality time, those kinds of love languages. So we actually didn't even get her anything for her birthday, which
you
is that
gave
weird?
her life. I think that's, you know.
Ooh. So I wrote her a letter.
Read it.
No, I was going to say it's private. It's only for her. We found this little book at this boutique, and it was called Letters to My Daughter. And it was really cute. It's kind of a prepackaged thing, and there's 12 letters, and there's the note cards, and the envelopes are already there, and they're prompts that obviously I did not listen to, and I wrote whatever the fuck I wanted. But you can close it up and you say sealed on and then to be opened on. And so I wrote her a letter, and obviously I was crying throughout. So that's my story. That's it. But I wrote her a letter, and again, private. But I did write down what I wrote at the end of the letter. But the prompt was not, tell us your birth story. But you know I fucking wrote that shit down. But I just closed it by saying, I love you so much it hurts. And if there's one thing you know in this life, I hope it's that. And I just didn't really know how else to sum up what it feels like, what this love feels like. And so this is where I kind of get into why I was particularly emotional. But after I wrote the letter, I was talking to my husband, and honestly, it was kind of awful because around the same time, I was getting a lot of targeted content on Instagram from this one influencer. She's like a mom influencer. But the thing is, I know this influencer because I have come across her page before in the past. And I swear to God, I will probably talk about this a whole another episode, but she lost one of her children as a toddler. And I swear to God, I mean, I can go so deep in that rabbit hole. Anyway, so I was getting this content, and I was obviously going through her page, and at the same time as me thinking about this child and this past year, and God, it's been so hard, but at the end of the day, I have this child who's, yeah, she's got the peanut allergy, she's got the egg allergy, she's got the hives and the eczema. I mean, it's kind of a long list, but at the end of the day, she's perfectly healthy, and what more can I ask for? And so I was talking to my husband about this, and after I was talking about, this really awful content I was consuming around child loss, he said to me, if I only had 10 years with her, I would be grateful for every day that I had. And I was like, I mean, obviously I know what he means, but what do you mean if you only had 10 years with her? Again, the love I have for this child is unbearable. My heart, sometimes I feel like I am physically in pain. My heart feels like it's being squeezed. I can't even hold it all in me. There's just so much. You don't even think your heart can grow, but it does. And it was just, when he said that, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean if you only had 10 years? I can't even. This child has changed me so fundamentally. Every part of me, I am not the same person I was before this child. And to imagine a world where I don't have her, it's like something in my brain, and it's happening right now. It's as if something in my brain just almost shuts off, and these walls go up, and I can't even think about it. I can't think about it.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Riding in Cars with Boys?
No.
With Drew Barrymore and Brittany Murphy. It's about Drew Barrymore gets pregnant as a teenager, and it's kind of her struggle with having this baby in the 70s, I think. And her best friend, Brittany Murphy, also was in the same situation, but Brittany's family had a lot more wealth and money, and they could help Brittany, whereas Drew Barrymore's situation was not the same. But there was a point where these two mothers had, I think they were probably in their early 20s at this point, so their kids were toddlers, and they were just talking about motherhood. And Drew Barrymore, who was really having a hard time, she confesses to Brittany, and she's like, sometimes what scares me is that I don't know if I love this child because I really love this child, or if I have to love this child, because she was struggling so much. And Brittany Murphy's character said, sometimes I think that you love your child so much that you have to be numb to it, because if you felt how powerful it was, it could kill you. Obviously, I don't have a child of my own, but just trying to imagine the type of love that a mother has for their kid, it overwhelms me, because I can't even comprehend what that's like. And I think both of us have always been very anxious, right? We try to recognize how valuable things are in the moment that we have them. And when you recognize that something is valuable, your biggest fear is that you're going to lose it. And so, I mean, there's no answer to that. I know that it's not something that you can solve, or even trying to solve. But I don't know. I just admire you so much. I admire all the mothers in my life, because you literally are walking every single day with your heart outside of your body.
I have that fucking quote written down. No, because I've heard it so many times, and I was like, who said this shit? Who the fuck captured this? It's Elizabeth Stone. Making the decision to have a child is momentous. It is to decide forever to have your heart go walking around outside your body. I don't even have words. I don't have words. And that's why I looked for that quote, because again, it is overwhelming just letting my mind go there. And I actually cannot let my mind go there. It's absolutely terrifying. And I think it might be the worst and best thing in the whole world. And I don't think I'd have it any other way. I mean, I feel like this new generation of parents and I'm sure mothers since the beginning of time, parents since the beginning of time, have loved the shit out of their kids. But there's something about us now, us collectively as parents, this new generation of parents, where I feel like we just really, really give a shit. And I think part of it is, at least in my experience, I know a lot of our parents, a lot of my friends' parents have just been operating in survival mode. And to be able to rise from that, I mean, I swear to God, all the content I get is just parents trying to teach other parents how to be better parents. And I'm just, wow, like we're really, like we're fucking doing it. And I'm just so proud of everyone out there just doing it.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking deal.
Yeah. All the friends that I have in my life and family that are new parents or young parents, I do see this collective awareness of the things that I do and the behaviors that I expose my child to have a lasting effect, because I am standing here today still reaping the aftermath of what my own parents did. And you said it best. Our parents were in survival mode. I think that if you really took the time to understand what they were going through, they had their own battles. And those battles are very different from the things that we face today. So it is a very complicated place of wanting to have empathy for their situation, but also feeling like, man, if only this didn't happen, if only they didn't treat me this way. But I think that just the awareness alone and looking at your child and recognizing that you are put on this earth not to be a parent, but to raise a person and to help develop this person. I can't wait to see how these children grow up, you know, how self-assured they will be because they've had parents and mothers like you that give such a huge shit about it. I know that the days are long, but the years are short.
Where'd you hear that? I've never heard that one before.
But I don't know. I hope you recognize that from an outsider like me who's not in your house day to day. Oh my gosh. I don't have words for how proud I am of you and your husband and this beautiful family that you're raising. When you told me that you were pregnant, like, there wasn't a doubt in my mind that you were going to meet motherhood with grace, humility, and honesty, but you were also going to love every fucking second of it. And I don't have words to describe what it's like to watch you do this. It's amazing.
Thanks. Sorry, is this your turn? Why are you crying?
Okay.
Are you ready to share your little story, your little thing this week?
Now or never, baby. Let's do this.
You only get one shot.
That I will then edit in Adobe Premiere Pro. All right, we're going to shift gears a little bit.
Okay, all right.
We are going to shift gears. Today, I have a music story for you. This cry level, not going to lie, 5 to 6.
Ooh, spicy.
But it was definitely a moved cry.
Yeah.
Again, I love a good moved cry.
Love a moved
You know what
cry.
I'm saying?
Can I just say, I feel that in my older age, it's more and more moved cry and less despairing cry.
100%.
You feel that too?
100%. Yes. Yeah. Like when we were trying to plan for these episodes, I was thinking to myself, the personal stories obviously allow our listeners to get a better glimpse of who we are. But I was honestly like, a lot of it is just me being so overwhelmed and moved by the world around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this is one of those. And today I am going to be telling you about the Gaia Music Collective.
Okay.
You have heard of this, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
I'll explain why. So this is a music community that's based in New York City, and they're led by their founder named Matt Goldstein. He's a professional a cappella singer, vocal arranger. Like his whole life is in music. And they are most known for their one-day choirs that they film and then upload to TikTok.
I fucking know what. Oh.
Huge. They have a huge following on TikTok. Yes. Their videos get millions and millions of views. So this is how I came across them. I'm minding my own business, scrolling my silly little For You page, trying to kill time, and then this shit comes up, destroys me.
Where were you?
And then I had to go on a Zoom in like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, thanks.
Honestly, sounds like your fault. Okay.
But before we dive into this particular video, I love context. Oh. So we're going to lay the scene.
She's an academic.
Actually, yeah, because my sources for today...
MLA.
Not me with sources. But today, my sources are this Business Insider article by Talia Lakritz and then Gaia Music Collective's personal website and all of their socials. I'll be referencing that. So Gaia Collective was actually founded in May of 2021 by Matt Goldstein.
Pandemic.
Thickly into the pandemic. And as I mentioned, Matt Goldstein is an artist. His whole life is dedicated to creating music. And for all of us, the idea of having to stay isolated for so long and not being able to have connection would have been devastating, even more so for someone who loves to create music. So in May of 2021, when restrictions had kind of died down a little bit, we had better ways to be more careful in our social gatherings. I'm just going to call him Matt. So Matt invites over 6 friends of his to come over to his house and do this impromptu jam session.
Okay.
You know, vibes, just like chilling. I mean, I'm assuming all of these people were in music as well.
You can only come if you can sing.
No, that is not what they believe in. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. So they have this jam session, and I wasn't there, but I imagine
You weren't there?
I imagine at the end of it, they were like, that was fucking sick. We gotta do that again. So they do it again. And they bring more people, and it just kind of slowly grows. And they take videos at the end of their sessions and upload it to their socials. And I didn't scroll all the way far back to see what very early videos looked like, but very quickly it gained traction, and people would comment on the videos saying, oh, wait, this is amazing. Can I sign up? How can I participate in this? I would love to do something like that. And thus, this one-day choir idea was born. And their whole mission and the whole idea behind this one-day choir is that music making is a deeply enriching and innately human experience that should be accessible to everyone. Because I assume that when you dedicate your professional career to music, it's so rigorous, a lot of auditions, a lot of not being selected for things that you want, when really the essence of music is to just create. On their website, it says you don't have to be a professional. You don't even have to be an incredible singer. You just want to be part of making music. I don't think that's on their website. I think I wrote that myself. Sorry about that.
Is that like reverse plagiarism? Attributing quotes to other people that you wrote?
Okay. So now for this Business Insider article, again, before I jump into the music, I like spending an hour and a half on context.
Yep.
So this Business Insider article was written by someone who actually attended these one-day choir sessions. By the way, they are hugely popular. This started in May of 2021. I looked at their calendar for this month. They have 2 sessions a week, and up to 200 people can sign up per session or something crazy like that. So this person who wrote the article attended one of these sessions to give us an idea of what happens, because it's only 2 hours that you're signing up for. So when you're selecting a session, you know what song they're picking ahead of time.
They tell you in advance.
They tell you in advance. And then you can also get your part. So for those that don't have as much familiarity with how a choir is assembled, you basically have the main melody of a song. Basically, anytime you're singing to a song, you're singing the melody. And all of these harmonies are notes that complement that melody. And these harmonies can be either lower and higher. You get divided based off of your natural vocal range. So when you sign up for it, you can hear.
Oh, like you can be like, oh, I'm a soprano.
Yes.
This is what it sounds like.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just so that by the time you are at the session, you can focus more so on singing as a group versus trying to learn. So the journalist was explaining that in the beginning of the session, they are doing vocal warm-ups. And you have to remember, again, these are complete strangers. You're just signing up for this experience. You have no idea who's going to be there with you. And Matt was leading the vocal warm-ups and was allowing people to, instead of the typical vocal warm-up, which is basically you singing different vowel sounds, like, oh-ee, 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 oh.
Should we go through them?
We are now switching gears, and this is now going to be 10 minutes of vocal warm-ups. He was inviting people to sing the worst and best parts of their week. And so, I know, right?
Excuse me?
Yes. So one person was like, I got laid off this week. And someone else in the group was like, wait, me too. And, you know, it's just this way for you to connect. And, God, there was another person in this group who was like, I got diagnosed with cancer this week. And the whole group then did their next warm-up saying, fuck cancer, just as a community trying to uphold this particular member. So right off the bat, I mean, there really is more so an emphasis on the human versus the performer versus the musician versus the singer. This is really just about being connected to your community through the power of music. So this particular TikTok video that Gaia Music Collective uploaded was one of their most viral videos, and it is their rendition of Billie Eilish's When the Party's Over. Already an incredible song by itself. And in my humble opinion, this is not confirmed, this is just me assuming, but the song is about recognizing that the person you love is very destructive for you and you need to walk away, and you have walked away, and you're trying to act like you're fine and it's okay, things are going to get better, but you also kind of miss the pain, the passion that comes with loving that person. So very painful already. And then now you're going to throw 52 people in a room with amazing acoustics, with a 6-part harmony, and just sorry. If you are listening to this and you have no idea what video I'm talking about and you would like to watch it for yourself before I describe it, or maybe you want to watch it after I describe it, do you? I don't know. We'll tag it in our show notes so that you can see it, but it's one of their pinned videos. So I do want Arns to watch it because it has been a while since you've seen this. Do you want me to describe the video first?
No, I want to watch it.
You want to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want pain. I want it.
Okay. All right. So I just showed Arns the video. We just took 5 minutes so that she could watch it again. Because I did send this to her a while ago. So I thought, let's review. Let's watch this again. So yeah, for those of you that haven't watched it yet, I'll just describe the scene. But like I said, they are doing a cover of Billie Eilish's When the Party's Over. And the video is taken in, I think it's an abandoned gym. It's like a very old gym. It looks quite rustic, but the acoustics are chef's kiss in there. And for this particular session, there were 52 people that signed up for it. And they're all standing in a circle, and they're all facing each other. And you have Matt standing in the middle conducting the piece. And there's also the person taking the video who is standing in the middle of the circle and slowly panning to all of the singers for this song. And I don't know, it's just when I sent it to you and I was telling you how moved I was that strangers could come together and create something like that. One of the first things you said was that it is amazing that you're watching all of these people and they're so different.
That was my first thought too, again, rewatching it.
You have these different people that come from all of these walks of life. They have their own sense of style. There's different genders, there's different races, and yet they're connected in this moment and they're creating something so magical. I just feel like we get so caught up in our day-to-day lives that we don't necessarily have enough time or energy left to think about how fulfilled we feel when we allow ourselves to create just for the purpose of creating. And what I love about this collective is that they really are just allowing people the opportunity to just enjoy the art of music.
Yeah.
There is no selfishness involved. There's no vanity involved. It's just focusing on your soul and how good it feels to be part of that. What I would do to be able to actually attend one of these sessions.
I was going to say, wait, New York?
I'm saying it right. But I also feel that if I was ever there, they would be like, Ange, we have 15 minutes left. Can you fucking stop crying so that we can record this? Like, we got to go.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that was something I wanted to share because, like I said, crying is not all about sadness. It's not about feeling helpless or despair. It's really just allowing yourself to be moved by things and allowing positive emotions to overwhelm you. And that's not a bad thing. We shouldn't be embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
Isn't it a great video?
God, it's so good. Again, if you haven't watched it, stop now and listen. And it's funny you mentioned what I said because, wow, am I predictable?
No, but it was so powerful because I didn't make that connection. I was so focused on like, oh my God, they sound amazing.
Oh no, yeah. It stands out to me so much. And exactly what you're saying. There is so much that could divide us if we allowed it to. There's so much that is dividing us, that does divide us. And music is just one of those universal languages that technically, even if you didn't speak English, you could sit there and you can learn that song and you could still be moved by it.
Right.
It's so beautiful to see all those different types of people. And there's something about being in that community and being able to not be the center. I love that there's not one soloist who's fucking doing the riffs. It's just the unity of their voices. And are you trying to fucking tell me that those people are not all professional singers? Because excuse me, you know? Oh my God. And maybe there's something about how there is so much love infused in the entire concept. And maybe that's why you don't need the 3-hour rehearsals 3 times a week. When you are singing from your soul like that, God, how could it not be beautiful?
And yet, there really aren't a lot of opportunities that allow us to do that.
Playing, creating.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Gaia Music Collective, for seeing that need in just the human soul and allowing people to do that. Not just for people who are actually physically there participating, but then sharing it.
Yeah.
So that people can see that.
And be inspired by it.
Yeah, exactly. You got me. They posted it in May of 2023. I still regularly go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd seen it last year.
Yeah.
And then we had already started talking about this pod. And I knew that I would have to figure out what I wanted to talk about. And then completely unrelated, again, minding my own business, scrolling through the For You page. And there was another video that they had done. It was like another song that was on my For You page.
Yeah.
And I went back to their profile and I saw When the Party's Over. And I was like, okay, fine. I will do this to myself. Let's watch this again. This was maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
When I tell you how much I was crying.
Yeah.
I was like in my room crying, really allowing myself to feel it. I was like just really in it.
That doesn't sound like a 5 to 6, honestly. It sounds more like a 7. Whoa.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe my scale is a little skewed. But yeah, that is what made me cry. And I hope that if it was not something that you've seen before, that you take the time, or maybe you have seen it, but maybe you want to rewatch it like I did. And just give them as much love as you can because wow, what they're doing for me and so many others. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my God. Is it going to be like this every week? Holy shit. Truly like therapy, but with your best friend.
Truly. Truly. I love it.
I love it. What a pleasure
I know.
to do this.
Whew. It feels so good. I get like so excited.
Yeah. Me too.
Because I also love that I have no idea what you're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I know. It's fun to listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen as much as share as well. Because I fucking love to hear myself talk, clearly.
Yeah. Hello. we started a podcast. I hope to God you like to listen to yourself.
Ooh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Ooh, we did it.
We did
We
it.
did it.
We got through it. You got through it. We are so grateful for you all for listening. Again, please rate, review, subscribe.
Please shower us with compliments. Oh
Please.
my God.
We need it. We need it.
Do you know how much validation I need constantly?
Uh-huh.
So please.
Let me drop a little threat in here. If we don't get at least 100 ratings, then we're going to shut down.
They're like, oh no.
Someone out
Someone
out there is making multiple accounts just to make sure they can leave us multiple reviews so that we don't shut this all down. So, but again, thank you.
Thank you so
much. We hope that this has been, again, an outlet for you too. And we hope you feel at home with us here. And we can't wait to do this again.
Yeah. So where can they reach out to us?
You can find us at brbcrying.podcast on all socials and brbcryingpodcast.com. And you can drop us a little note there, or you can email us at hello@brbcryingpodcast.com.
We would love to hear from you if there are things that you think we would love to see.
Can you make us cry or not? Can you imagine? Whoever can make us cry gets a shout out.
No, but really though.
No, yeah, that's the model. That's what we're gonna do. So get to it.
But yeah, honestly, if there's anything that you think that we would enjoy, or if there's just anything that you want to share about your life, we are very aware of how powerful it is to just have a space for us to even talk out loud. And if there's anything that you want to get off your chest, or just find a safe space for you to do the same, we are here.
We are here.
Our Gmail is here for you.
Our auto reply is like...
But yeah, we will see you again next week.
week.
But until then,
BRB crying.